我不能失去。
此刻我无法倒下。希望你准备好下周试试看。你的认真。这句话容易被误解。
谢谢，今晚的比赛很直接。
我再次期待 Elohi。
再见。
无论何时何地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
失去。
此刻我无法倒下。希望你准备好下周试试看。你的认真。
小心。
这句话容易被误解。
谢谢，今晚的比赛很直接。
我再次期待 Elohi。
再见。
无论何时何地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
我不能失去。
此刻我无法倒下。希望你准备好下周试试看。你的认真。
小心。
这句话容易被误解。
谢谢，今晚的比赛很直接。
我再次期待 Elohi。
再见。
无论何时何地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
我不能失去。
此刻我无法倒下。希望你准备好下周试试看。你的认真。
小心。
这句话容易被误解。
谢谢，今晚的比赛很直接。
我再次期待 Elohi。
再。
无论何时何地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
我不能失去。
此刻我无法倒下。希望你准备好下周试试看。你的认真。
小心。
这句话容易被误解。
谢谢，今晚的比赛很直接。
我再次期待 Elohi。
再见。
无论何时何地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
我不能失去。
此刻我无法倒下。希望你准备好下周试试看。你的认真。
小心。
这句话容易被误解。
谢谢，今晚的比赛很直接。
我再次期待 Elohi。
再见。
无论何时何地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
我不能失去。
此刻我无法倒下。希望你准备好下周试试看。你的认真。
小心。
这句话容易被误解。
谢谢，今晚的比赛很直接。
我再次期待 Elohi。
再见。
无论何时何地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
我不能失去。
此刻我无法倒下。希望你准备好下周试试看。你的认真。
小心。
这句话容易被误解。
谢谢，今晚的比赛很直接。
我再次期待 Elohi。
再见。
无论何时何地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
我不能失去。
此刻我无法倒下。希望你准备好下周。试试看。你的认真。
小心。
这句话容易被误解。
谢谢，今晚的比赛很直接。
我期待 Elohi。
再见。
无论何时何地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
我不能失去。
此刻我无法倒下。希望你准备好下周。试试看。你的认真。
小心。
这句话容易被误解。
谢谢，今晚的比赛很直接。
我再次期待 Elohi。
再见。
无论何时何地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
我不能失去。
此刻我无法倒下。希望你准备好下周。试试看。你的认真。
小心。
这句话容易被误解。
谢谢，今晚的比赛很直接。
我再次期待 Elohi。
再见。
无论何时何地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
我不能失去。
此刻我无法倒下。希望你准备好下周。试试看。你的认真。
小心。
这句话容易被误解。
谢谢，今晚的比赛很直接。
我再次期待 Elohi。
再见。
无论何时何地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
我不能失去。
此刻我无法倒下。希望你准备好下周。试试看。认真。
小心。
这句话容易被误解。
谢谢，今晚的比赛很直接。
我再次期待 Elohi。
再见。
是何地，保护我的使命。
I was always the last one in school.
我不能失。
All the other animals were faster.
此刻我
Really,
无法
even
倒
the
下。
turtle.
试试看。你的认真。
小心。
这句话解。
谢谢，今晚的比赛很直接。
我再次期待 Elohi。
再见。
无论何时何地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
So Tucker Carlson is not invited. He's a white guy. So
我不能失去。
I didn't want to go into
they belong
America.
to it. That's why I tell you that they belong to a different wing
I know.
of Black Christian nationalism.
I don't know why you, Papa, that you don't understand American politics.
准备试试看。
So
let me explain. Let me explain.
你的认
You'll be
真。
surprised. You know, the
You
UK
don't.
created
You
America.
小心。
You
这
don't.
句话解。
Even we did the right
Father,
thing.
can you let the
conversation move on, please?
我再次期待 Elohi。
再见。
There's just people that are spoken and they are
Oh
sticking
yeah,
with it.
it's
Just
only
let
fair.
me
It's
move
only
on,
fair.
please.
Yeah, it's only fair. Yeah. Let's
So
bring
let me
it.
finish my point. My point is, us as a people, I think instead of us being intellectually lazy
此
and
刻我
try to
无法
outsource
当
our
下，
every of our problems, we
希望你准备好下周
can
试试看。
actually solve it just like every other person.
你的认真。
But when we are advocating what I understand the
小心。
gravity of our
这句
problems,
话
I
容易
understand
被误解。
谢谢。
when
今晚
we're
的比
going
赛
to,
很
and it's
直
touching
接。
every one of us. They
我
said
再
if they
次期待 Elohi。
再见。
it go touch
无论
everybody.
何
I
时
don't know
何
how they
地
just
保
say
护
it
无
go
声
touch
这是我
everybody.
的使命。
We are all in this. But I am saying from history, we know that inviting foreign powers who are the ones that actually put, just like everyone has said on this panel, put us in this situation
希
for
望你
their
准备好
advantage.
下周
And we said we advocate for
试试看。
Ibrahim Traore. We want the
你的认真。
Mali guy. We are Pan-Africanists. We want them to
小
win.
心，
But we
这句
want
话容易
foreign
被
powers
误
to
解。
come
谢
in
谢。
through
今晚
us
的比赛很直接。
and use us
我再
as a
次
level.
期待 Elohi。
再见。
无论何
Leverage.
时何地
We are
保
we are
护无声
personally
这是我
inviting
的使
that.
命。
I think we should just think twice. It's something that we have to think about before we start clamoring for it. Because when they will not, when they are dropping whatever they are dropping, or when they are foot on the
此
ground,
刻我无法倒下。希望你准备好下周
we should go and ask
试试
people
看。
in Afghanistan what happened to
你的认
them
真。
when they are dropping. They're not going to be asking, "Are you family of?" Thank you more,
这句
please.
话容
Are you
易被
thank you
误
family of
解。
forefathers? Because
谢谢。
it didn't.
今晚的比
No,
赛
it's
很
just
直接。
going to be like what is
我
going to
再
happen
次
to
期待
everyone, to people's
Elohi。
villages and
再
homes.
见。
We know how it's going to happen, but
无论何时何地保护无声，这是我的使命。
it's not going to end well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You know, when we hear these bombings, we think it's because it's our part. It's really not good. It's not pretty. Some of the things you hear, 20
希
people
望你
wiped
准
out
备
like
好
that,
下
30
周
people wiped out like that, and
试试看。你的认真。
it just keeps happening day after day. It's
小
not.
心。
It's not funny.
这句话
Welcome, Chin.
谢谢。
Long
今晚
time
的比
no
赛很
see.
直接。
You waited
我再次
until
期待
Nigeria is under
Elohi。
attack before you showed up
再见。
here. It's all right. We all have our
无论
priorities.
何时何地
So
保护无
it's not
声，这是
precisely
我的
Nigeria
使
that you
命。
show up here. Eh?
Why would I wait for Nigeria to be under attack before?
That today you show up now when Nigeria is under attack.
No,
That's when we saw you.
the truth is I go to work, but I come back. I'm tired. I wanted to go and sleep, but the conversation
希望你准备好下周试试看。
seemed interesting, so I said, let me
你
jump
的
in.
认真。
So a question I just want to ask us. Nobody's.
小心，
I don't think there's
这
any
句
right
话容易
thinking
被误解。
Nigerian,
谢
quote
谢。
unquote,
今晚的比赛很
if
直
we
接
still。have anybody who is
我
Nigerian
再次期待
exactly
Elohi。
that will be
再
happy
见。
to invite
无论何时何地保护无声，这是我的使
a
命。
foreign nation to come in. And I when what's her name was just speaking out, she
我不
said
能失去
that with whatever happens in America, America never goes to invite. America is a superpower. America doesn't need to invite anybody. Whether they swim or die with their problem,
希望
then
你准备
who is
好
America
下
going to
周
invite to come and fix his problem? So I don't even
试试
think
看。
that conversation is even
你的认真。
necessary. But the question I want to ask all of us: how many
小
persons
心。
of us here
这句话容易被误解。
谢谢。
has his
今晚的
family
比赛
member
很
been
直接。
touched in all that is
我
happening
再
in
次
Benue
期待
Plateau
Elohi。
and Borno?
再见。
If your family member here, raise your hand.
无论何时何地保护无声，这是我的使命。
Okay, I will believe you, even though I don't believe you, but I will believe you.
What?
Second,
我不能失
no, because anybody can tell
Why would you
me.
say that?
Hold on, can Madam,
此刻
Madam,
我
when you
无
were
法倒
speaking,
下。
my mouth was 100%.
Why would you say you won't
希
believe
望
that?
你准备好下周
I would.
试试看。
So, but that's my view. Allow
你的认
me to hold my view, please. Secondly,
这句
Please
话
tell
容易
me.
被误解。
谢谢。今晚的比赛很直接。
我再次期待
all
Elohi。
those Benue people and Plateau would have been screaming.
无论何
They
时何
will do
地
video.
保
Pastor
护
will be
无声，
telling you
这
that
是我的
everybody
使
that they are
命。
digging grave for here is a Christian. How do you want them to feel when you have a
我不能失
leadership
去
that for how many years, since 2009 at least, that's when this issue started in Nigeria, where we started having this extremity at this level,
希望
and they
你
will be
准备好
screaming,
下
God
周
can solve it. They will catch
试试
people
看
who have been killing fellow
你的认真。
Nigerians, whether they kill them as Muslims, kill them as atheists,
小
kill
心
them as Christian, whichever one. I'm not here
容易被误
to
解。
advocate.
谢谢
Life is life.
今晚的比赛
You've
很
been,
直接。
you've been killing people.
我再次期
You
待
finish killing the
1-1
person.
再见。
无
So the
论
person
何
comes
时
back
何
tomorrow and
地，
tells you
保
he's
护无
repentant.
声，这是我的
They will
使
take
命。
them and they will put them in the Nigerian army. And you want those people in platoon to come and listen to all of us here talking, telling you that, oh, you don't want America to come. I don't want America
此
to
刻我
come.
无法到下
But，the point is, perhaps this threat
希望你准备好下周试试看。
is necessary to shake our
认真。
leadership up to go do what they need to do.
小
There's always
心
somebody that will
这句
force you
话
to do
容
what
易
you're
被
supposed to do
误
you've not
解。
been doing.
谢谢。
We're
今晚
not
的比
asking
赛很
America
直
to come
接。
and solve our problem. But
Was
once
that
in a while,
that
somebody who's
Elohim?
being docile, and
Thank you.
Nigerian leaders are extremely docile and very
无论何
protective
时
of
何地，
themselves.
保护
That's
无
why I
声，
want
这是
them
我
to
的
be
使命。
banned from traveling. Let them start fixing the country. By the time 2, 3 Nigerian leadership die because they can't go abroad for clinic, they will fix our
此刻我无法到下，
hospitals.
希望你准备好
Because
下
those
周
people, they love themselves too much.
试试看。
They love themselves too
你的
much.
认真。
And when something is not touching people, people are aloof.
小心
We can come here now and
这句
speak all
话
the
容易
truant
被
shit that we
误
want to
解。
speak.
谢
Because
谢
it's not
今晚的比
touching
赛很
you.
直接。
You are not
我再次
impacted.
期待
Jim,
Elohim。
Jim, that's
无
the
论何时
point.
何地，
And
保
that's
护
what
无
I
声，
said
这是
here.
我的使命。
And I started by saying that I have seen genocide, and I know
我
what
不
it
能
is.
失去。
So you are just spot on.
So when it touches you, you will scream. Let me give you, and to prove this. Those of us who remember Shina Rambo very well,
希望你准备
he
好下
went
周
on a spree killing people. Everybody
试试看。你的认真，
else went, until he touched who? Who did he touch before Shina Rambo was caught? It touched the
这句话
president of
容易
Nigeria
被
at the
误
time,
解。
Chief Olusegun
谢谢。
Obasanjo.
今晚的比
His
赛很
family
直接。
member was gunned down
我
under
再次
Shina
期
Rambo.
待
That's when he gave the
Elohim。
IGP of
再见。
Nigeria a marching order that that guy should be caught
无论何时
dead
何
or alive.
地
In，fact,
保
what did he
护
do?
无声，这
He
是我的使
blocked the
命。
Nigerian border between Nigeria and Benin Republic, crippled Benin Republic's economy because they felt the money to run there and told the president, I will only open that border when Shina is caught.
此刻我
Why
无
did
法
he
到
do
下
that?，His family member was touched. So all of you who are coming here and speaking, your family member has not been touched. When your family member is touched, you will even ask for the devil himself to come down and solve the problem for you. If that's the only solution you have.
这句
So
话容
why
易
we're
被
not
误
asking?
解。
Jim,
谢
Jim,
谢。今晚的比赛很
I
直
beg,
接。
I beg your pardon,
我再
Jim.
次
No,
I
I
don't
know
want
what
to
I
disturb
said.
you. I think you're on the right narrative.
I can't hear you, sir.
No, no.
无论何时何
Can I
地
say，
保
something?
护无
Because
声，这
what?
是我的使
What?
命。
You cannot hear me.
Yeah, your voice is
Can you
cracking.
hear me?
我不
I
能
can
失
hear you,
去。
but it's cracking.
Oh, sorry, man.
You know,
It's
so
my
此刻
phone.
我
I
无
beg
法
your
到下
pardon.，
yeah, go ahead. Go
希
ahead,
望你
Jadu.
准备好下周
Okay, so the point
I,
I
if you can hear me at all,
你的认真。
I just wanted to ask you,
小心
is that not
这句
the
话
fact
容易
that
被
we
误
are
解。
in a
谢谢。
very
今晚的比赛
desperate
很直接。
position?
我再次期待 Elohim。
再见。
Nigerians are desperate. And
无
is
论
it
何时何
is
地
it
保护无声，
is
这是
making
我
a
的使命
desperate。decision a healthy way of making a decision?
It's not.
我不
It's
能
not. I
失
agree with
去。
you. I'm not saying it's not. Listen, I am not asking America to come to Nigeria.
此刻
I
我
will be
无
the
法
last
到
person
下
to allow the Americans touch food in Nigeria. I'm against military
希
base
望你
in
准备
Nigeria.
好
I'm
下
totally
周
against it. But the point I am
试试看。
making, when we're doing these things, I want to see people be
你的认
rational
真。
to say, you know what, as much as we don't want this, I can understand why the
小
average
心
Nigerian is saying this. To sit in the United States of America
这句话容易被误解。
and you're pointing
谢谢。
fingers at
今
other
晚的
black
比
people
赛
in
很
Nigeria,
直
telling
接。
them that we don't think, they
我
don't
再次
read,
期
they
待
don't do this,
Elohim。
that they do this.
再见。
Please, when it touches
无
you,
论何时
then you
何
will
地
know how
保护
desperation
无
comes.
声，这是我的使命。
I think some of us spoke well here. We did said that
我
the
不能
the
失
government
去。
has a problem. Major problem is the government, and we are divided. But that
此刻我无
notwithstanding,
法到
we
下
are，not going to stay here because we have a problem.
希望你
And
准
then
备
the,
好
the
下周。
solution is to applaud
看。
U.S. government.
你的认真。
小心
I'm not, I'm not,
Well,
I'm not contesting what you said. I'm not
我再次
saying
期待 Elohi
I'm not applauding anybody who is supporting
无论
that
何
we
时
should
何地
have，
保护
boots
无
on
声，这是
ground
我
from
的
the
使命。
American army. I'm not in support of that. My point is very simple. Before we gaslight people, let's be honest enough to say our leadership has
此刻我无
failed.
法倒下。
And my point is this. Perhaps this subtle threat.
希望你
I don't
准备
see
好
America
下
coming
周。
to bomb Nigeria, so let's not get beside
试试看。
ourselves. It's not going to happen. But
你的
perhaps
认
if
真。
this will put fear
小心
这句话容易
in
被
our
误解
leadership and
谢谢。
make our
今晚
army
的
stand
比
up
赛
and
很直
make
接。
even our religious leaders. There are people in Nigeria who are
再见。
fueling this thing and
Yes.
getting away with it.
You're right.
无论何时
So
何地，
perhaps
保
this
身这
one
是我
now
的使
America
命。
Is quite
我不能失去。
it's quite high likelihood that
此刻
America
我
may
无法倒
attack
下。
Nigeria because
Especially
America
when they're using the
his
word
government,
like
his
gun
government
blazing. 好下周。
doesn't threaten that
试试
attack
看。
Let me
do it.
你的认真。
especially gun blazing words like that.
小心
There is breaking news. It's access
Breaking
谢
news.
谢。今晚的比
Trump's
赛很直接。
request. It's a big
我
deal
再次
change.
期待
Who are
Elohi
those?
再
Access.
见。
无论何时何地，保护无声，这是我命。
It's
Accent, defense minister now, say defense secretary.
The head of the Department of Defense just approved Trump's request.
So do what?
This is a
To attack Nigeria
此
now.
刻我无法倒
To
下。
attack Nigeria. What are people talking about? Did
my
Nigeria
希望
attack
你准
US?
备好下周。
Oh, look at that. Are you arguing with us now? That's the information
你
that's
的认真。
小心
coming through. You think it's a joke?
这句话容易
He
被
just said
误
this
解。
there on Twitter.
谢
He
谢
said in。
今晚的
jest.
比赛很
He
直
said
接
in。news.
Can I say
What's
something?
that
I don't dwell in the realm
Elohi?
of conspiracy. I don't like
Oh
it.
my goodness.
无论何时何地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
Please, sorry, please. Today, when I'm done, today when I'm done, you know this is your intellectual content. You can come and say it. Let me be done and leave.
此刻
Leave
我
all
无
those.
法倒下。
This is not. This is not.
希望你
This
准
thing.
备好下周。
And what he's saying. You see, you have to
试试看。
understand when Trump starts threatening
你的认
military
真。
action to weaker nations, it tends to. He's not going to invade, but he will bomb.
Can I say something? Why is the
Yeah.
US
谢谢。今
why
晚的比
is the
赛很
US
直接。
attacking? Why is the
我
US
再次
attacking
期待
Iran?
Elohi
再见。
Because of nuclear this in program.
无
And
论
what
何
else?
时何
Israel doesn't
地，
like
保
Iran.
护无声，
Nuclear
这是
problem is
我
not
的使
enough.
命。
What exactly?
Right now, actually, it's because of the nuclear. If it's oil, Iran will give them oil.
Okay,
So-
so first of all, Iran is being accused of being
希望你准备好下周。
responsible for sponsoring
试
terrorism.
试看。
That's clear.
Oh, come on. Iran is a victim of
Hear my
terrorism.
word. I said being accused.
小心
Yeah, but that's not their reasoning. They know that's not the reasoning.
No, but they are being
谢谢。
accused
今
now.
晚的比
That's
赛
a
很直
reason
接。
to go fight them. That they are
我再次
sponsoring
期待
Hezbollah,
Elohi
sponsoring all
再
those
见。
terror groups. That's their reason.
无论何时何
Because they
地
hated，Israel.
保护
But
无
in
声，这
that,
是我的
that's
使命。
at the core of it is the fact that Iran doesn't agree with Israel
Listen.
and their nuclear
我
program.
不能失去。
此刻我无法倒下。
The bank. America is not going to threat.
希
Is not
望你
going
准
to
备好下周。
attack Nigeria whatsoever. The worst that's going to happen. The worst that's going to happen.
你的认
You see
真。
this man? He won't get a second term.
小
If
心
Biden said it, I would
这
say
句话容易
sense
被
will
误
prevail.
解。
But when
See,
this guy say
see,
it and the defense secretary is very, very trigger happy, he's very, very happy to bomb, especially countries where they know you can't reply. They
无论
will
何时
do
何
it.
地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
They know we can't attack back, and they will do it.
But I will just summarize my views by
Godfather,
saying
please show the part of the text, please. Can you? So that everyone
Okay, I'll try to
此刻
find
我
it.
无法倒
Yes,
下
please。find it.
希望你准备好下
Someone,
周。
let's have a conversation and not go into all this headset thing. I'm not interested in all those kind of politics. The point I'm
You are
making
waiting on the
Godfather,
bombs
Godfather.
falling in Nigeria, yeah?
is not
Godfather, my own is when they are using a particular set of phrase, it's alarming, it's concerning. You coming in to help, if you're going to help us, is even if you're going to give our government a shake-up, which is understandable, there are phrases that you could use. But when you're using gun blazing, on who? you, on my
Who
people.
wrote Tom Blazing? That's what the writer
That's
wrote.
it's in the tweet. It's in the tweet. No, don't do that. It's in
Oh
the
my
tweet.
goodness.
Don't argue with me.
Do you know how journalists write? Somebody
No,
was
it's not journalist. I'm not going to argue. I'm not here to argue with anybody.
Chim, it was Trump himself.
It's in the tweet. Yes.
Lazy. Yeah, that's the word.
All right, forefathers, let the next person talk.
Forefather, look for the tweet now.
I don't understand. That's why
The tweet is not necessary. It's not necessary. Did Trump say it? Yes, Trump said it. But who is Trump going to attack? Who is America going to attack? The head of state? Akura? Or Lagos? Or Ibadan? Or where? Where is it going to attack?
I'm not gonna, it's a real threat. You cannot say they're joking.
试试看你的认真。
No, I'm asking you, who is he going to attack?
Who is he going to attack?
Can you let people speak, man? 谢谢，今晚的比赛很直接。
我再次期待 Elohi。
再见。
Excuse me. Does Trump have a problem with
保
Nigerians?
护无声，这是我的使命。
Okay, he's going to go to Aso Rock and attack Tinubu.
No, you answer now. He's going to attack because
I'm asking.
you give the impression. You give the impression that Trump has declared war on Nigeria. That is wrong. That's what the chief is trying
希
to
望
say.
你
That
准备
is
好
wrong.
下周
It could be a threat to get the government to do what it's supposed to do.
你的认
So,
真。
this is what I see there. This is what I see there. It could be a threat.
Twitter, what is going
You
to
never know
do?
what's going to happen. So,
But you're saying he's joking.
Let's see the tweet now. Let's see the tweet.
we'll be back up with action.
Hold on. Let's just see. This is Big Sex's page, and it says the killing of innocent Christians in Nigeria and anywhere must end immediately. The Department of War is preparing for action. Either the Nigerian
此刻
government
我无
protects
法到下。
Christians, or we will kill the Islamic terrorists who are committing these horrible atrocities.
Oh, I
So
thought he
this-
was going to say he would throw bomb on Onitsha and Nnewi. I was expecting to hear that.
So that's what you are hoping for him. So if they
And then Ibadan, and then I was expecting to hear that.
This is what I saw.
我再次期待 Elohi。
再见。
So are you saying that if
无论何时何地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
can we calm down because we still need to have victory speak.
Oh, Father, that
So-
is the God blazing tweet. You didn't read it. The second one down there. I thought you want to show.
Yeah, that's the complaining.
Yeah,
希
let
望
him
你
see.
准备
Let
好
him
下
see
周
it.
Okay, let's
试试看。
read that then, since it looks like
你的认真。
it
I don't know why
to cover that too.
小心
So I will zoom in so that to give people double.
谢谢。今晚的
Okay,
比
so
赛
if the Nigerian government continues to allow the killing of Christians, the USA will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria
无论何
and
时
may
何
very
地，
well go
保护
into
无声，这是我的
that
使命。
now disgraced country gone ablazing to completely wipe out the Islamic terrorists who are committing these horrible atrocities.
此刻
I
我
am
无法到下。
hereby instructing our Department of War to prepare for
希望你
possible
准备好
action
下
if
周。
we attack. It will be
试试看。
fast, vicious, and
你的认真。
sweet,
小心
just like the terrorist thugs
这句话
attack
容易
our
被误
cherished
解。
Christians.
谢谢。
Warning:
今晚的比
the
赛很
Nigerian
直
government.
接。
我再次期待 Elohi。
再见。
无论何时何地，保护无声，这是我的
Men
使
better
命。
move fast. So, in other words, they are asking something of the Nigerian government, and our people are part of the bargaining chip that they have
此
against
刻
our
我
own.
无法到下。希望你准备好下周。
government. Forget it. There's no point talking.
试试
Let's
你
just
的
move
认
on.
真。
Well, do you know what they're asking the government to move
小心。
fast on? You don't know.
这句话容易被
You
误
think it's
解。
because of they care too much
谢谢。
about our
今晚
Christian
的比赛
lives.
很直
Oh,
接。
Father, that's
Yeah.
another point too.
我再
You
次
just
期
speak
待
it.
Elohi。
Man, sometimes
Yeah.
your head they carry book.
So our
无
people
论何
don't
时何
don't
地
read between，the
保
lines
护
now.
无声，
What's
这是
going
我
on?
的使
So
命。
why did our people read between the lines during Obama's reign? When Obama sent Secretary of State to come and
What does it got to do with Obama? This is not Obama.
and I finished.
此刻我无法到下。
The only funny thing with some of you is you were talking here.
希
I was
望你
mute
准备
for
好下
hours.
周。
Yeah, but no, it doesn't matter.
Victory still hasn't said anything. Okay, I will say, you know what? I'm supposed to open the panel, but new people keep coming in. Let me, okay, hold on. Let's allow Victory talk. Let's just allow Victory talk so I can open the panel up. You guys can relax. No, everybody can be able to speak to each other.
Yeah, let me say my piece for the. Thank you for letting me in.
Took a while.
Yeah, I think this is what happened when we fail to put our house in order.
Good.
Everyone is just talking, going around the circle. Like what Shim said, if you've been attacked before or your family member has been decimated, I bet you will never speak this way. And that's the problem with Nigerians. Nigerians don't have empathy until it gets to themselves. They will start screaming, oh, look at this, they're attacking me. Right? Now this government, this Tinubu government came into power. Also what happened in the election, I don't think he won the election. Yet he was allowed to be the president of Nigeria. What has he done? He's decimated the Nigerian people.
希望你准备好下周试试看你的认真。
Shrink the Nigerian economy into half, almost half. And things are not getting better.
谢谢，今晚的比赛很直接。
我再次期待 Elohi。
I personally, I would never sit down and let
无
one
论何时何地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
我不能失去。
American people come and tell me that, oh, I'm coming to Nigeria to come and rescue your
希
head.
望你准备好下周
A country that went to Libya and blew up that water
你
project
的认真。
that Gaddafi constructed with over $30 billion. Go and check that for yourself.
这句话容
Is that the person that is coming to rescue me?
谢谢，今晚的比赛很直接。
If Tinubu knows what and his government knows what's good for him, they better call a national dialogue.
无论何时何地，保护
I
无
want to
声，这是
decide
我的
how
使
we
命。
want to govern ourselves. He didn't need the election period.
我不能失去。
Look at this since when APC has been there. Look at the amount of atrocious people that have been killed in Nigeria. And when we talked about state security, something that will secure our future, he's playing politics with it.
你的认真。
Something that is very fundamental to our survival. State security. I mean state police
这句
rather.
话容易被误解。
谢谢，今晚的比赛很直接。
我再次期待
He's playing politics with it. And now the Americans are telling him, giving him his marching order. Do you know the amount of lobbying that is happening behind the scene? Do you think Trump is just coming up saying all these things?
我不能失去。
Do you know people that are behind, people that are speaking on the background? You think that Trump will just come and start shooting? So I think some of us in Nigeria, I
希
don't
望
even
你
know how
准
we
备好
behave.
下周
Listen, I recently visited Turkey.
你的认真。
It's not different from Nigeria, more like a third world country. The only difference is that the
这句
place is
话容
secure.
易被误解。
There's 24 hours electricity. A population of 98 million people, GDP of $1.3 trillion. And
无论何时何地，
okay,
保护无
people allow
声，
you
这
to
是
be
我的
there.
使命。
Provide something as simple as security,
我不能失
electricity,
去。
transport infrastructure, healthcare,
此刻我无法倒下。
education, provide employment for our
希望
young
你准备好
population.
下周
These are basic things. This man
试试看。
can't even do anything.
你的认真。
This government has created so much division about Nigeria. It's unbelievable.
这句话容易
You
被误
you
解。
go online, you see people making comments, see the tribal comment. This man, do you think if America is able coming to come and take up this man, do you think
无论何时何地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
you say that's why you're seeing a lot of Nigerians say that, oh, come and rescue us. This man has literally destroyed Nigeria. Like we are so divided. I mean, it's
希望你准
unbelievable.
备好下周
And
试试
I'm
看
telling you, if he knows what is good for
你
him,
的认真。
he better just wind it in and say, listen, we need to come and discuss
这句话
how
容易
we
被
govern
误解。
ourselves. And I don't take the Americans seriously. If America want me to take them seriously, let them listing his record.
无论何时何地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
Right? Then I'll take them seriously. But you tell me that you're coming to Nigeria.
Why would you take them seriously because they released Tinubu's record? You think they released?
No, what I'm saying to you, forefather, at least let's start from there first. Right?
But they are not going to release it for your own interest. They must, whenever they release it, it's for their own interest.
It's based on compromise. That's what I'm saying to you. You are that, forefather.
小心。
这句话容易被误解。
谢谢今晚的比赛。
For if that they will never do it, so I don't even want to waste my time. But we as a people, you're doing the Coastal Road 15 trillion naira. When you could break that money down into 6 or 7 projects, providing security like the things that I mentioned before, healthcare, education, empowerment of the youth. We have so many. We have young population. They don't have job for further. People are destitute in Nigeria. And this government has created so much division among us.
Thank you for coming in, Shola. I appreciate it. Nice one.
You understand, for further?
Now that you mentioned that coastal road, I think something came up. Let's just watch this.
Billion-kilometer coastal.
我再次期待 Elohi
再见。
A road that costs 400 billion naira.
何时何地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
Thank you, Afam Kobo. That's my name. Eh?
Excuse me, Your Excellency.
What's the problem?
This entire road isn't even up to 10 centimeters. And I heard what you said. Please, can you give us a breakdown of the cost per kilometer, sir?
Oh, cost per kilometer, you see? It's not calculated like that. You people do not understand it. You understand? So the work has been done. That's it. That's it.
Your Excellency.
我再次期待 Elohi
再见。I don't understand. What do you mean by they can't understand? Just explain to us. Give us a simple breakdown of the cost per kilometer.
I'm just hearing kilometer. Are you a burner boy? I'm saying there is a system to it. There's a CM to it. You know, there's a system, there's a CM.
希望你准备好下周试试看你的认真。
Nice to we came.
Governor, you spent 400 billion to construct this nonsense project. Tell us, what is the cost per kilometer?
Are you stupid? Huh?
无论何时何地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
Governor, what is the cost per kilometer?
Very wicked man.
Excellency.
此刻我无法刀下。
Answer the question.
希望你准备好下周试试看。
If they born you well, ask me a question again.
小心。
Governor, tell us, what is the cost per kilometer?
谢谢今晚的比赛。
再次期待 Elohi
再见。
Governor, what is the cost per kilometer?
保护无声，这是我的使命。 此刻我无法刀下。希望你准备好下周试试看你的认真。
小心。
这句话容易被误解。
谢谢今晚的比赛很精。
我再次期待 Elohi
再见。
无论何时何地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
See, I know nothing about the journalists. You hear me? What is the cost per kilometer? Take the mic.
希望你准备好下周
kilometer.
小心。
这句话容易被误解。
Let me just round up so other people can come in. So the point I'm saying to you is that
无论何时何地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
this government has not done anything. They are living in absolutely wait for themselves and their
此刻
friends
我无
and
法
immediate
刀下。
family. and majority of Nigeria are in poverty. So, like what I said, this man did not win the election. And what the step that he's taken so far, anybody, if you have common sense, if you have any bit of sense in your head, you will know that Nigeria is not on the right track. And I expect anybody that loves Nigeria to say, listen, this is not where we should be as a people. What is the way forward? I'm of the opinion that it's not the Americans coming in to tell us what to do. We have to come up with our own solution and solve our problem ourselves. And it starts by we talking to ourselves and saying, what system do we need to put in place to ensure that everyone is heard, everyone's voice is included in the plan, and we should be inclusive in anything that we do, respect everyone's wishes and what they want, and look at the justice, like say, we will look at the justice system. They are doing selective justice. When it comes to certain people, they give them a different treatment. Other people will get a different treatment. So you cannot build a country that is uneven, that is not justice, and you expect people to keep quiet. So that's what I have to say. Thank you.
That's really nice of you. You know, all these other people that want to go on. But it's okay. This is an open panel now. We can all have conversations about these events, you know, this breaking news. So, Tony, you wanted to say something?
I am about to sign out. I want to thank you, but I think it's unfortunate to hear from Jibe that some of us are being naive because of the comments that you have made concerning this situation. I think it's a very, very unfortunate statement to hear that from him. And I think you should withdraw that. Now, yes, I'm serious about that. Secondly,
which statement? Sorry, Mr. Tino, which statement?
He said that he said some of us have been naive.
And I didn't mention anybody's name.
Yes.
About what regarding what specific points?
You know, I said yes, sir.
Hold on, let me finish. You said
some of us are being naive.
Yes.
Just don't understand the interpretation. I didn't mention anybody's name. Why would I withdraw it?
Yeah, you said some of us are being naive.
No, I didn't mention anybody's name. I didn't even. I wasn't even talking to you.
No. I didn't say you are talking to me. I say that's wrong to say that people are being naive because they are airing their views. That's wrong.
I'm not referring to anyone in this panel. I'm just being general.
Okay. So whether you are being,
some people will see it and taking lightly that nothing is going to happen, and Bobby, I'm saying that it's something we should take seriously. That's the point I'm making.
Okay. I accept that. Forefathers, what I want to say is that there's still a leeway, you know, there's still a window that is open to the government. I can imagine how the president will be feeling now, very, very uncomfortable. This is not something that any president would like to happen, particularly when you look at the myriads of problems that we have. So it's a serious problem, and I said it is not something you sweep under the carpet. I think that, you know, the diplomats amongst them, maybe in the US here and so on and so forth, should be making moves to see how they can resolve this issue. And then the government should show genuine intention of trying very fast to see what they can do to sort out, to show that they are serious about dealing with the problem of insecurity in Nigeria. The government must accept.
But is that not a problem, though? You keep saying this, like you actually think they... about that.
Well, that's the only option open to them. Otherwise,
but that is not an option open to them because they don't. The people that are going to do these things don't care about that. You don't know what Trump means by saying warning. The Nigerian government better move fast. That's something they want.
No, that's what is speculation. That's what you think. I feel I feel unless you want us to see whether this what Trump, whatever it is that Trump wants to do, or if you call it a threat, whether it will move government to do what they ought to have done that they haven't done.
They don't even care about their own American Christians that are being killed in Israel. People don't care about Christians.
Listen. You know, you keep bringing up Sudan and Israel and all that.
Because your comments are based on the idea that you actually you actually like talking as if they care about black civilians. How can they care? That's not their problem.
What about black Americans?
You
don't care about the Christians being massacred in Nigeria. Why would they care about that?
Forefathers, I am speaking about Nigeria, which is my country. And there's an issue. And I'm saying, and I'm suggesting, that one way the government can try and resolve this is to go and see how they can talk this over and then maybe give them some time to deal with this issue. That's what I'm saying. That's my view.
So, but what makes you think that? That's my point. What makes you think that dealing with this insecurity problem in terms of the Christian killing is going to stop Americans from wanting to bomb Nigeria?
But forefathers, let me say something. Have the government that you are trying to defend, has that government admitted that there is insecurity in Nigeria? Have they admitted that there is killing?
No, they admitted.
Admit where?
No, I'm not defending the government. I'm telling you that the people that want to attack us don't care about us.
We need to discuss, please.
They have their reasons for wanting to attack us. Maybe dealing with China too much. They don't like it. They have their own reason. Maybe because of Brexit.
Forefathers, they don't have a reason. This thing has been festering for years, over 10 years.
See, that is the problem. You believe them.
Forefathers,
you believe them. That's your mistake.
Forefathers, please. May you not
be enslaved and you think they actually care. Unbelievable.
Forefathers, may you not see genocide in your life.
Wow. The people that inflicted that genocide is the same people that you are thinking they care for you right now. Don't you see that?
May you not see genocide in your life.
I don't want to see it.
You will not be speaking the way you are speaking.
Okay. So are you saying I should understand you that you are not speaking rationally? Is that what you are saying? Because you have seen genocide? That you're not speaking rationally?
Forefathers, go and ask the people in Benue what they're going through. And then talk, what you are saying to me now, go and say that to them.
Hey, okay, not that what you are saying, because you are close to the issue that you are not speaking rationally. It still doesn't make it correct.
You are not speaking rationally. You are not being rational.
Hold on.
You are not being human.
Let me say this.
We have an issue. We have an issue in the country. Listen, we have an issue in the country. You are asking me if the people who are talking and saying, go and do up your house, whether they like me and so on. What is the meaning of that?
Yeah, because 2 wrongs don't make it right. Because 2 wrongs do not make it right, but you can't see that. Because, you know what David Chappelle said once? He said, hold on, now let me say this.
Let me finish. You are a moderator. Let me finish. You hear me out.
You've been saying your piece.
People have been crying that they are dying. Nothing has been done. They have cried everywhere. They run to government.
When they say they should secure the country, you don't want to secure the country.
Hold on now. They have won everywhere.
The same person that is crying for them right now don't care about securing the country.
I don't understand your point.
You care about food. When they say that they should secure the country, you don't care. But you are the one crying right now about the genocide in Nigeria. I'm the one that's sitting here every day saying we should secure that country, that we are very vulnerable to all this insecurity problems. Suddenly now you care. When the foreigners want to attack us, you care.
You need to listen. You need to listen to yourself. Securing the country has nothing to do with injustice. Securing your country has nothing to do with genocide. Why are you
actually has a lot to do with genocide.
Wait, guys. This argument. Wait. Please wait. Because this argument is going to be another one of those arguments that just go off tangent on 2 issues.
Now, I don't believe that you are speaking against each other in terms of the
希望你准备好下周。
There are
试试看
big problems in the country.
你的认真。
Unfortunately, our country is full of desperados. We're all very desperate. It makes our thinking absolutely off key. Off key. We are desperate to the point that we'll beg Americans to come into our nation and do their bidding, whatever it might be. What I am putting to us is that we have to wake up. I don't think we're awake, especially with all these off-key arguments. The fact of the matter is that Nigeria is almost doomed. It's almost doomed. We are really in a desperate situation. Instead of us actually making sure, Nigerians have had the opportunities to make sure that this kind of government is not the government that we have in place. Unfortunately, since 1999, we've had the same government style of governing over since 1960, which is basically just be belligerent to your people. This is our issue. And this issue, as the young lady says, is with every single one of us. We are oppressors. Natural.
希望你准备好下周试试看。
Born oppressors. I feel that the way we think is actually our problem. We only begin to think when we become desperate. If the house is full, the fridge is full, the cupboards are full, everything is beautiful. The fact that there's a small problem in the corner, we'll forget that. But we allow that small problem in the corner to manifest into a big problem. Next minute, the fridge is empty, cupboards are empty, we're all starving. Everybody's worried. Rubbish. That's not how to think. That is not how to think. You see, if you are thinking at all, you have to really sit down and have communication that is not going to be easy. We try to have these uneasy communications here, and we can, if we listen carefully, we can hear the biased thoughts of many people. And these biased thoughts are not going to bring us to where we want to be. Nigeria is still a country that has a lot going for it, including her people. Her people are the biggest assets, but they're also the biggest problem. And when we get into these funny arguments, I don't really like them. I'm listening to both sides, and you can swap positions and just keep the argument flowing. But it's not that kind of argument we want. The argument we want is to how to prefer some kind of analytical solution to our biblical problems, because that's what they are. So, in my mind, there's seven of us.
I take your point about having to try to get to analytical solutions, and this is what I was trying to do. And I think when Jide said some people are being naive, I suspect that is what he was trying to highlight. We've had a history already, and we see people still today living in their pain. You know what Dave Chappelle once said? I think maybe one of you have seen it, when he was talking about the fire in Los Angeles house. Some people were saying, "Oh, good, the fire to burn the rich people's houses and all the rest." He said that's why I hate poor people. They can't see beyond their pain. Because when it's like, just because you had pain doesn't mean you are correct with your analysis. There's a reason why doctors are excused from operating on their family members. You are already biased. You are too close to the incident. You can't see clearly. Because the person that is saying they want to come and rescue, because you are traumatized, you don't see that person is still your enemy. He's the one that even funded people to come and cause genocide.
Wait, calm down. Okay, calm down. I understand what you're saying, and it's real. The thing is, that complaint will not bring us to where we are. The fact that there is naivety in our country is obviously true. It's obviously true. The fact that there is uncaring. We don't care. I remember speaking to a cousin of mine many years ago as to see the problem in Maiduguri. Have you seen what's happening? He said to me that that's another country, which means that leave them to their problem. But now the problem has come so far down south that it's all our problem now. It's all our problem. But we had an opportunity to fix it before it expanded right across the nation. Everybody wants Africa. The Chinese, the Japanese, the Russians, the Americans, the European nations, they want Africa. Why? Because that's where wealth begins. That's the nation where there is abundance still. That's why they want it. But we who are African and are living in this abundance, all of us are poor, or we behave in a poor way. So sometimes the arguments that we have, it's just silly opinions as opposed to the actual issue. And I don't think it's very progressive.
My brother,
I don't think it's progressive.
Let me just ask you a simple question, right?
Yes, sir.
You know my biggest worry and problem with all of us, like as we are saying it. We are talking about a government in Nigeria that has problem with truth. This government, this illegitimate government you have in Nigeria, they have problem with truth. They have problem with telling people the real fact that is going on in Nigeria. And it is difficult for you as an individual to deal with anybody who is a dishonest person. If you are a manager in a place of work or you are a supervisor team lead in a place of work, and people that are working under you, you find one or two people that are dishonest. I don't think you can keep those people in that office. Because if you want to protect that office, you're not going to keep those people. Because that will make you lose your job.
Question. What's your question, sir?
My question is that have this government ever admitted anything for the past 2 years that is wrong in Nigeria?
I would agree with your sentiment, but I'll come back and say to you, wait, bro. I'll come back and say to you that which government in Nigeria hasn't been a liar? Which government in Nigeria has told us the truth? Which government in Nigeria has really played for the people? None of them. None of them, bro. Nigeria, it doesn't matter if we have someone legitimate or illegitimate there. Nigeria is an illegitimate process as a country. It was illegitimate from its very beginning, and it remains the same. You know, Nigeria was pronounced after slavery. It was after slavery was denounced that Nigeria became a proposition. And that proposition came directly from slave thinking. That's where it came from. We don't see, you know, that there was a long time in my own personal history where I was convincing my parents and their colleagues to think about the situation of slavery. You know, it was very difficult for them. They couldn't really grapple with the fact that slavery took place. Nigeria was the slave coast. That's what they called it.
我再次期待 Elohi。
再见。
无论何时何地，
It was a slave
保护无声，这是我的使命。
Jago, can I ask you a question?
Go for it, bro.
Yeah. Now, we have a situation in our hands now, or on our hands
此刻我
now.
无法刀下，
How do we go forward? How do
希望
we
你准
deal
备
with
好
it?
下周。
That's the critical question.
试试
We have
看
a situation now. What do we do?
你的认真。
If you were to advise government, what are you going to be saying to the
小
answer that question?
容易被误解。
No, wait, you asked me, please don't stop doing that.
我再次
Stop
期待 Elohi。
pushing yourself where you're not concerned.
Okay.
无
Please.
论何时何地，
And there's
保
no,
护
I
无
don't
声，
think
这
you're in
是我的
Nigeria
使
where
命
NEPA don't take light. Put your light on, big man.
我不能失去。
此刻我无法刀下。希望你准备好下周。试试看。
Let me try to answer your question, my brother.
你的认真。
You see, Nigeria is a revolution, and that revolution has to break the spell that Nigeria is under. Nigeria is under an evil spell. I don't know what kind of faith or spiritual practice anybody has, but I think we can all see that, you know, if you're as old as I am, and I see myself as a young person, because I'm still pleasing many women out.
试看你的认真。
Okay, I'm a very young man. So the way I look upon things is that Nigeria needs a revolution. We need to break from the past. We need to wash our minds because our minds are filthy, full of rot. And anytime I speak to our people, I can just smell the rot of what our people have become. The level of desperation in our country, if there aren't minds that can galvanize for a revolution, I don't think there's any way for us. We will be re-enslaved. I pronounce again, we will be re-enslaved. So, for fear of that re-enslavement, that should be our conscious notion.
我不能失去。
To revolt. We have to revolt because we can see the majority of our leaders, and I will say up to 95% of them, are against progress in that nation. They don't know what to do. So again, because we are in the diaspora and we have an understanding of how this whole world works, good or bad, we are the ones that are actually going to have to push for this revolution to actually take place. Because in Nigeria, the problem is too close, just as forefather mentioned in why they don't allow doctors to do surgery on their family members. This is a serious matter. The people in Nigeria are too close to pain. They're too close to the problem. The only people who have air and time to think about the issues that concern Nigeria are us. And if we don't come together and put together practical solutions for a revolution, because that's what we need. We don't even need 2027. 2027, I don't even believe that there should be any election. Given the fact that we all know that the last 4 years by then would have been a government that is not just illegitimate, but worse than the previous governments before. So we as a people are the only ones who can put a real stop to this. If we do not, then we do invite the Western hegemony to come in and play with us. So that's my real thought. If we don't come together and revolt, then nothing's going to happen. This is why we are looking for saviors. This is why we are.
My worry about revolt is that my worry about revolt is.
这句话容易被误解。
谢谢，今晚的比赛很直接。
You're repeating the same point again.
Wait, please.
无论何时何地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
My goodness, you don't have to argue about wait, please.
You've been talking now. Don't go for it.
Don't. Please don't speak to me like I'm your child. I'm not your child. Please.
I'm not speaking to you like my child.
Allow me just to finish.
我无法刀下。希望你准备好下周。
You are, bro.
试试看。
Bro, just calm down. All I'm saying, brother Tony, is that without a revolution, we do invite foreign nationals into our nation. That's all I was going to say.
Oh, thank you for that.
无论何时何地，保护无声，这是我的使命。
See, my own regret is that
我不能失去。
after all our history, it should have been straightforward to understand what our problem is now. And say, you know what, okay, yes, I feel the pain. Like now, I feel the pain of Nigeria too. If anybody in the South say they don't feel the pain of Nigeria, then they really need to have their head examined. Because the South has been decimated by Nigeria by and large. The wealth of the country has fed most parts of the country, but it hasn't done that much for them. So from that point of view, we do have our own issues too. So, and all parts of the country are going through that. So how can we not realize that, okay, yeah, we have our own issues, but those guys are the guys that came, kidnapped our forefathers, treated them horribly overseas, colonized us, gave us these leaders, and ensure that these leaders remain the same and misgoverned us for 60 years. They orchestrated all this. They say themselves, they don't hide it. So how can we pretend as if we don't know that? Then we are saying, come and attack us again because it's going to be good for us. It will never be good for us. And let me just make it very quickly with the last point about revolution. The thing about revolution that worries me a lot is that revolutions tend to be more successful in nations where you have power or you have a superpower backing you. If you don't, you are still going to fall into the hands of those people that are powerful. So that is very enough. And you really careful.
This is what I've got to say. My brother, this is what I've got to say. And it's true, we have to be careful. Since the 67 war, since that time, there was a big reason for us to revolt. Then the corruption wasn't as bad as it is today. But it was very important at that time for the whole of the South to know who was Nigeria. And what I mean by that is where the power, where the economic power came from, where the political power was, and where the people were educated. This is power. But instead of us in the South coming together, we decided on ethnicity. We decided that ethnicity would rule. And we decided that there's Igbo, Yoruba, and all those in between. The middle belt of Nigeria, or the Midwest of Nigeria at that time, was where the economic power really was. And we were just coming into it. But not the Igbo, not the Yoruba, saw it enough that we need to be protected over this power. So what happened? That war took place, and then everything in our economic power became open to the whole of Nigeria. And in this opening to the whole of Nigeria and becoming a unitary system, instead of keeping on the regional system, which was very important to keep, we became a unity system, which allowed the power to seep to the north. Where the education was lacking, where it seemed that there was very little under the ground because of our own way of looking at things. There was always minerals in the ground of the north. But we, because of where we are bigoted Nigerian tribal mental crazy people, we now sold our power to the north. Now the north has been controlling the whole of Nigeria. We are bickering with each other like damn fools. But we don't really see the history like that. What we do when we look about the history, we still say, it was the Igbo folk. The Yoruba didn't join us. Rubbish talk. which is what we get into. We like getting into rubbish talk, wasting our time.
Okay.
We don't think.
We have listen. Do you know the solution to this? We are talking. All of us, all of you who are afraid of America, if you don't want America to bully you, I'm always say this present government is accomplice to crime. They are accomplice to the insecurity in Nigeria.
I have an emergency.
If they want to solve this problem, it's not going to take them 48 to 72 hours because they know where these people are. They are accomplice to the crime. The governor of Borno State and the man from Yobe State has said it publicly. That they know where these people are, but the federal government cannot give them the power to go after these people. So they are completely to the insecurity in Nigeria. They are the people, because they are benefiting from it. They are the people that are making big.
Absolutely.
So if they don't,
this is why.
If they don't want the bully of America to, if they don't want America to bully them, they are in a position to put it right. They have 1 week from tomorrow and begin to put action to stop the insecurity, to stop the killing. Because that's what I said. I've been saying it since I come into this platform. As long as this government is accomplished to the crime and insecurity in Nigeria, there is not going to be any solution. Because why? Because that's the only way. That is part of the way that they are stealing our natural resources.
Bros, I have to put it to you that I agree with everything you're saying, and I agree that there is no solution without a revolution. None. Because you're correct. The powers that be are the biggest criminals in that country. No matter who steals anything. The powers that be are the biggest criminals. That's why we need a revolution. We need to push that devil out of our system. If we don't do that, a bigger devil is coming. A bigger one. Because we haven't understood.
Let me ask you something, Jagun. Sorry, everybody. I'm just jumping in. I took some time out. Don't you look? I don't support a foreign power coming to run stuff here. But you're talking about revolution. Don't you think revolutions happen when there's a foreign power involved?
Well, this is what forefather has said. The way I look at the world today, in terms of the foreign powers that be, we have Russia, we have China, we have America, we have Europe. And that is the main division of power. Nigeria, believe it or not, the power that Nigeria holds, but does not understand that it holds this power is the biggest issue of us as Africans. But we are very.
But here's the problem.
I understand what I'm saying. I understand what I'm saying. Please. We as a nation, we need to be very flexible in the way we handle power. Firstly, for me, China is already involved economically. Our economic power is very important to us. However, a country like Russia could indeed help us in power terms, in terms of balancing and protecting our sovereignty. Given these two Eastern powers, we can leverage the fact that we are dealing strongly with these Eastern powers with the Western powers. We can leverage with them very well. Then, and including, we need to start bringing the African power and the black power around the world under us. This gives us
小心。
这句话容易被误解。
complete global presence. It will give us global presence. Once we have global presence, we are a superpower. But no Nigerian is thinking like that. Nigerians don't think like that. They're scared.
Yeah, I don't like generalizations. You can't claim to be the smartest Nigerian, who thinks just the best.
If I'm not the smartest, if I'm not the smartest, then maybe I'm the second smartest. How about that?
No, but you get.
I know. I mean that flippantly.
No. So here's the deal, okay? We've got a foreign power coming in. I mean, why China does not support any type of revolution. They never support any country. China is there for business only. So anybody thinking China is going to come support them to do any revolution?
Very well. The joke I made at the end in saying that.
No, I'm talking about you talked about two Eastern powers. Hold on. So we in this war now.
Will allow. Listen, I just wanted to say, understand the chronology of what I said. I began with China and said that they would help us with our economic power. Because me and you agree they have got nothing to do with anybody's politics. Good. The country that does politically care is Russia. And I said that if we tie a lot of our processes to put to Russia to assist us in what we're saying about the West, Russia will assist.
No, Russia won't assist. You see this, and that's why I'm trying to not let you go down. No, look. Hold on now. Let me finish. If Russia was going to assist anybody, it was going to be Iran. When Iran ran into problems, look, it's just yesterday, Russia said, "Oh no, we got no military pact." They let the West pound Iran like a baby. My point is, we've got a superpower now coming in. If we want to do this revolution thing, there may just be a fertile ground or just some type of opportunity that Nigerians can take to, take over power for themselves. I don't know how it's going to look. Look, nobody knows what's going to happen. Even people who are saying, oh, you don't want to, even me that I'm saying, oh, we don't want a foreign power to come in. This APC invited America to come during Obama's regime. They did. They said good luck couldn't do it. They did. This same APC. We just put in context.
Just to put this into context, let's even assume the Nigerian government means well for the Nigerian people. The Nigerian government is not an accomplice in the terrorist attacks that have been going on in insecurity. Let's just assume. The solution is very clear and very easy. You have the Sahel, you have the AES. If you look at what Venezuela, I will use Venezuela as an example. You see, when Trump said he was going to bomb Venezuela, right? When they started bombing these boats, you know what Venezuela did? They seek leverage with their regional neighbors. Like Colombia, like Brazil. They went to United Nations, right? To make their case about the fact that they don't traffic drugs. They are not a dictatorship. You understand? Those are the steps Nigeria. So you have Niger, you have Ibrahim Traore, Burkina Faso, you have the other one, Mali. Just collaborate with them. Collaborate with them militarily. Those ones, they have alliance with Russia. You see what I'm saying? Then those ones will make a statement.
Of course. Absolutely. To me, you see, Jide, you are right.
I swear to God,
Is that somebody thinking?
Brother Jide, you made a very good point.
You see, Jide, wait, please, if I may. Jide, you see, my brother, what you are saying is absolutely right. I left those points out, thinking that people will catch on. But people can't read between the lines. They don't do it. They just want it. They want the solution on a platter. They want the solution, and that's never going to happen. And it, I was cut off. The solution comes from us. And if we're waiting for someone to write this solution for us, forefather, please now. Stop muting me now, forefather. This solution.
I don't think forefather is.
I don't think it's forefather.
No. Look, let me
the host. It says the host has muted you.
Oh, okay.
And forefather is not saying anything.
Okay. Yeah. So Jide, look, Jide, you know, we don't normally agree. But I think we've got some.
Oh, you can't hear me.
You know, no. So we do have.
Hold on. Why do you guys behave like this now? A guy wanted to say something, but you guys just run rough shoulder over him. Jago goes ahead. Then,
but let Oga I get his own space now. This is that.
Is that why you were reaching me?
What's the problem now?
That's very rude, man. That's so rude.
I didn't know my mic wasn't making coming.
That's so rude, man. How do you just mute someone like that?
I was talking, trying to tell you to wait for Aga.
Nah, man, that's rude, man. You're just rude. As a host, you're very rude.
You're welcome. I'm very rude.
Go ahead. Don't mind them.
You are rude. No, you just don't recognize it. You think that everything that you do is invalid. Everything that you do is not valid.
Whenever I'm talking, AY starts crying. What's the problem? AY, what's the problem? You can't like whenever Christians, let Christians breathe. You know, if it's not an Islamic thing, you're just
talk too much. Blah 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 blah. You talk like
I don't know what the I don't come to this show as often as you. You know, you gotta let us talk, man. I know you want jihad, but we will be fine. Yeah.
But the issue rise above this is I think you are intellectually right.
Yeah, but why is he just not letting me talk?
Ignore him. Let Oga I speak. We are still forgetting that he wanted to speak on this one.
Gentlemen, Oga I has given us his own opinion of what the government should be doing. Jide has also given an opinion. Jide has also given.
So you are summarizing what he hasn't said already.
Jide has already given. No, he spoke when you went out. No, when you went out, brother Ike spoke. Jide has
you wanted
also
to say something to Jide just now. You wanted to say something to Jide just now. You are just summarizing what he has said.
No, the person who has not spoken is AY. The question that I asked is: we are now in this.
Are you trying to take it from Oga Ike again?
No. I has spoken. If you ask them, they will tell you. We are now.
He has spoken. He's right there.
No, that's the truth. No, Mr. Tony is right. To be honest.
We have a problem. We have a problem in our hands. Going forward, what should the government do? How should the government handle the situation? That was the question Jide answered. That was the question Ike answered. And Jagu, also, he started first by pursuing his opinion. AY hasn't said.
I haven't said anything. I just
our sister hasn't said anything.
Let me say something about that. This fake.
AY, wait. AY, wait. I'm not gonna let these side panel moderators take over here. Okay, I remember you wanted to say something to Jide when he said Jide made a point and Jago took over. Have you said that piece that you wanted to say?
No, because what I wanted, Brother Tony, for example, is correct and said something. But when Jide made a statement, I wanted wanted to say something to Brother Jidep to his opinion on what he said. So that was why.
Exactly, that's what I wanted you to say, and they seem to have gone round and round. Please go ahead and just say it, please.
Yeah, Brother Jidep, what I wanted to say is that you made a point, but remember, what is Nigerian position with the countries you are talking about? We have not played a fatherly role in those countries, so they cannot stand with you. I don't know if you get what I'm telling you, because if you're talking about Mali, Burkina Faso, maybe Benin Republic, Cote d'Ivoire, and Senegal, and all the rest of them in Africa, we are not playing a fatherly role as the giant of Africa. So they, because we are not there for them. I don't think that Nigeria has anything to do with Mali and Burkina Faso, right?
Yeah, right.
So what you said is a very good point, but the problem is that we as a country, Nigeria, we are no more in a position.
Oh, it's on mute. But I can
see, we are not in a position to be a father to these countries because we have showed our respect. So that's the problem. If not, the idea you brought is a good one. Okay, so
you see, the thing is, if I may say, my brother, I just want to put this to you, sir, that in these three nations that you just mentioned, do you know that they will prefer Nigeria to be sensible and come on board, and that they do not blame Nigerians? They blame Tinubu himself for what has happened. That's who they blame, and they are very correct in their assertion. Very. So it's not to say that if there is diplomatic communication between the AES countries and ourselves, that we do not mention and even apologize for the ill facilitating of the Western powers back into Africa to our brothers in the AES. But we would have to make this kind of appeal. It's negotiation, and we must always understand that we have that. It's not the end. What do you say to that, sir?
Listen, because Nigeria is too big, Nigeria will not apologize to Mali or to Burkina Faso or to Niger or to any other country, right? So that's the problem. So I would have loved what Jide said to be feasible in a situation and circumstances that Africa is right now. Look at what is happening in Cameroon. Look at what had just happened in Cameroon. A man.
我不能失去。
that every time he is fattened, a man that is of 100 years.
Yeah, but what if that was the only solution to withstand what America is doing now, working with Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali? What if that is the only way? Are we going to say we are too big to do that and we watch our nation fall apart?